Today's project is going to be to repair one of the original OEM tires off the Honda 185S. And to do that, we're going to need the help of our 2019 Ram Rebel. Going to get this tire lined up here and actually use the weight of the truck to pop the tire off the bead. To do this process, you're going to want to use four-wheel drive. We're going to select low range. And we'll slowly creep forward and use the weight of the truck to pop the bead.
Keep coming. Turn a little bit to the right. Keep going. Hold on. It's broken on that side. Back up. We'll flip it. All right. Turn that. Okay. Keep going. Back up. I gotta cut this valve stem off. There's still air in there. I had to make sure the valve stem was cut off in order to let all the air out while he ran it over. Stuck. Back up. Well, yeah, the bead's broke. We're good.
Now that the bead is broken, we can go ahead and take apart this two-piece rim. That's going to allow us to put a inner tube into this original tire. We got our two-piece rim taken apart here, opening up plenty of room to insert an inner tube. As you can see, this half of the rim has a rubber gasket here. We're going to go ahead and take the opportunity while this is apart to put a little bit of lubrication on this O-ring. We'll just use a little bit of motor oil to lubricate that. Now it's time to insert the inner tube into the tire. We're going to blow up the inner tube a little bit here just to hold it in place. Now it'll be time to put the two-piece rim back in place. Next step is going to be to align the half of the rim that has the hole for the valve stem. You can see that there with the valve stem here. Now we'll stand the tire up, get the other half of the rim aligned. Next, we'll get our carriage bolts and put the two halves together. One important step is to make sure that you remove the second nut off of the valve stem to use it later to sandwich the half of the rim between these two nuts. Now it's time to get the two halves of the rim put back together. First, you want to start by putting the second nut onto the valve stem. And then this works a lot better if you start with one of the carriage bolts and get that aligned, and then you can work through aligning the other carriage bolts. Before we fill our tire and inner tube up with air, we just need to tighten down this second nut on the valve stem to hold it in place. We're going to use a 12 millimeter deep well socket for this. Time to fill with air. Okay, we're all set, ready to go. Bring our tire back over to the 185S and get it mounted. Last step, we're gonna go ahead and get the tire and rim mounted back on the 185S. First, the lock washer goes on, and then the nut. Tighten everything down with a 12 millimeter socket. Repairing this tire with an inner tube rather than replacing it allowed us to keep that factory original look on our 185S. This tire just had too many holes in it to utilize plugs or patches, so we had to go with an inner tube. These original tires are really hard to come by, so repairing was the best way to go.